Hey everybody, going live on Dallas Trading Floor. So here we go. It is Tuesday, and let's logo. Okay, I'm up on YouTube finally. A little bit of a technical there, but just wanted to get started today. It is a Tuesday on Dallas Trading Floor, and we are looking at continuing some strength in the market. Down a little bit when this was taken, this slide. This was the NASDAQ was when this slide was taken. It was taken about 2 hours ago. Down a little bit. The S&P is off a little bit. Dow Jones is up slightly, and the Nasdaq is off. But basically, it's holding about in that 10,500 range. So that's looking pretty good. That's looking pretty good here, and so no real change in the market. We're still in a confirmed uptrend. Just wanted to indicate that to everybody out there. It's really important that when it is in a confirmed uptrend like it is now, you want to be long in the market and not short in the market. And by the way, we're broadcasting today on Facebook, and that's facebook.com/Dallas Trading Floor. We're also on YouTube, and all of our episodes are archived on YouTube. It's youtube.com/Dallas Trading Floor. We're also on Periscope at pscp.tv/Dallas Trading Floor, and we're on Twitch on Twitch TV/Dallas Trading Floor. And of course, for everybody out there, we're also on we're also broadcasting live on TikTok at JK at basically TikTok.com/@JKMALONE. So I just wanted to show you a few more of these slides, and then we'll get into questions. And also, I have a kind of a great trade of the day, and hopefully everybody out there is taking advantage of the free action trade alerts. I just sent out a trade alert right before I came on the air, a really nice play on a company called Qorvo, which is a 5G play, and I think it's going to do really well. It's coming off of a very nice base, and it looks like it may be breaking out soon. So very nice options play. It's an easy way to make $700 before August 21st. So here we are with the spider. Just wanted to show you the spider here. Now, for everybody out there should know about this stock. This is a ETF, an exchange traded fund. And what this is this has all of the items that are actually in the S&P 500, but it trades like a stock. And many people have their retirement funds in this. This is worth approximately $220 billion. So it's probably the largest exchange traded fund in the world. And it is a good indicator of how the overall market is going. Now, it's up slightly, but I mean just absolutely slightly. So it's basically even, but it's up about 3 cents when this slide was taken at 325. It seems to be finding a level there at 325. So we have not retested the lows of March 23rd, where it was down at 218. And as you can see on this chart, that's right here. So we're still up here. Now, will we retest the lows? You never know, but I don't think so, because we're in we're in the reopening market. The Fed is pushing a lot of money into the economy. I don't think that we're going to see a retest of the low on the spider until after the election. So that is my opinion on it. But, of course, everybody's open to their own opinion. But I still think we're in a sort of a bullish period in which the market is being held up by the Federal Reserve, and basically creating all the liquidity that is necessary so that the economy does not stall out. Here is the QQQ. Now, this is where most of the big money has been moving. It's been moving into these 100 stocks, the top 100 stocks for the NASDAQ. So that's a very important area. Now, it's off a little bit today. It's off 29 cents, or about 0.11%. So not a whole lot. Anything above about 250 on the QQQ is pretty bullish. This is where all the big stocks live. This is where the Netflixes and the Amazon's and Microsoft's. They're all in the QQQ. So this is a good proxy for that kind of that FANG trade. And it's also very, very widely held. Not quite as widely held as the Spider, the SPY that I showed you earlier, but very, very wide held too. So it seems to be doing pretty good. The volume's off just slightly, not a lot. So basically we're kind of, it seems like more kind of flat today as far as I can tell. The next one up, and this is the one that has been getting some love as of late, and this is the diamond. Basically, this covers the Dow Jones. The Dow Jones is basically only 30 stocks. It was a index that was started way back in 1898, if you can believe that, by Dow Jones and Company. And at that time, I think it only had 12 stocks in it. Currently, it has 30 in it, and they typically are larger industrial stocks. The largest stock currently in the Dow Jones, I believe, by volume is Boeing. And of course, they've had some trouble as of late. And of course, we're having a lot of trouble in the transportation sector, the air transportation sector, because of the COVID thing. A lot of airlines are having to park their planes. And by the way, if you're interested in seeing these planes, they're available to look at. There is an airport in Marana, Arizona, between Phoenix and Tucson, where these things are parked. So I am not too high on the airlines, and I'm not too high on the the airplane manufacturers like Boeing, just because of this. And also Boeing has some structural issues as well. So, but the Dow Jones seems to be holding up, which is a good thing. Now I'm going to come here. Oh, and this doesn't quite. This is kind of a confusing slide. In order to get this slide, you're probably going to have to go and get on the trade alert. So I'm going to have to show you this. This didn't quite come out. I transferred this over from PowerPoint to Google Slides, and sometimes it doesn't come out quite right. So if you want to see these slides, this is in our trade alerts, just go to www.Dallas Trading Floor, sign up for it, and we can send you out a copy of this trade. This is a trade on Qorvo, which is a 5G manufacturer, and I'm going to show you these slides really quickly. So hopefully it's kind of messed up a little bit, I'm afraid, on this, and there we can see it. Basically, what this is showing Qorvo's sales here, and this is showing the increase in the smartphones, the 5G smartphone shipments. It's going to go very, very big in the third quarter of the year when Apple releases its new 5G iPhone, and that will be probably on September 21st or 22nd. They haven't announced yet, but the companies that are making the chips, like Skyworks is another one, and Qorvo, they're going to do quite well because there's going to be a big movement into 5G, and not only just the 5G phones, but it's going to be also the Internet of Things as well. So this is an A-rated stock. It is a 96 composite rating. It's in the top 4%, so it's very, very strong. This gives you kind of a lowdown here. In terms of the sector that it's in terms of chip making, it's third after TSMC and Intel, so it's extremely strong. And then also in the composite rating, it's basically number 5, which is also tremendous. So I just want to show you that slide as well. By the way, this is the annotated chart, and I want to show you the annotated weekly chart for Qorvo and so why I'm going into this trade. This is a cup. This is another cup, and we have a little bit of a handle forming here. By the way, for everybody out there, this is the absolute best trade pattern. If you can find a stock that is in the cup and handle, coming out of the cup and handle, that typically will show it is possibly breaking out to a higher level. And that's exactly what I've done here in the trade. This trade, basically what this trade does, here's how the trade works. Basically, you buy one August 21st call for Qorvo, and at the time the slide was made, the price on that was $11.50, and I'm looking at the 110 call. And then simultaneously, you sell another call on the same expiration, the 21st of August, at the 125 strike price, and for selling that, you're going to get $3.50, approximately when this was made, this slide. So your out-of-pocket expenses on this will be $800. Now, your maximum risk is if it falls below the 110 in 30 days. If it falls below the 110 in 30 days, the total risk on this trade is $800. Now, I don't think that's likely to happen based on this chart pattern. I think it's probably going higher. Now, if it goes higher, this chart here shows you the potential payouts. if, for instance, the stock were to close at 119 or above, you would make $100. And then at basically 120, you're going to make $200 on up. And basically, the maximum is going to be right here at about 125. And of course, that is the price of the contract that you sold. So you bought the 110 and you sold the 125. There is basically 15 points in between, and that's the area that you're going to make the profit in. Anyways, this is all covered in my trade alerts, and you can get that by basically signing up at www.dallastradingfloor.com, and we could send this trade alert out to you right away so you can actually read it. And by the way, for everybody listening on TikTok, I am broadcasting live on Periscope. It's very easy to see the charts that I'm showing on Periscope at pscp.tv/Dallas Trading Floor. Okay, so I've gone kind of through that and beaten that horse. So hopefully you'll sign up for the free trade alerts. I think you'll like what you see, and hopefully it'll be profitable for you. That's the key. That's what I'm here for, is to try to make try to make it as profitable as possible for everyone. So let's see and take. Okay, let's see about the questions. I got 8 people here so far, hanging in the queue. Thanks so much for tuning in. Thanks, Arnold. Hopefully, wonderful out there in California. All right, Tesla. Your thoughts on earnings? I always get calls on Tesla. I love Tesla. I'm in Tesla currently. I do think we may see a little bit of a. I do think it may move a little bit lower, but I do think that the upward trend is pretty much there. Let me pull the chart up that I might have an annotated chart on this to kind of get an idea on Tesla, which again, I love Tesla as well as I'm in it, so I should like it. Basically, here's the issue. I'm going to look at the daily. Let's look at the intraday chart on this one, because basically that's what we're talking about. Oh, wait a minute. Did I give you? No, let me get a monthly chart. Okay. Well, all right. Well, well, it would help if I put up the right chart, wouldn't it? So let me go put that in. Tesla. And I'm going to look at the intraday. Okay, there. Ooh, invalid symbol. Why is that saying that? All right, let me go to the other one here. Okay, and it seemed to a little bit of difficulty there on the feed. Go to the Tesla chart right now. There we go. So basically, what's happening right now is there we go. Now there we go. Okay. Yeah, it's up strong before, so it may not pull back at all on this. It looks as if the market is anticipating a fairly good number. Now, here's the thing: on the Whisper numbers, there's a site called WhisperNumbers.com. It is indicating about a 29 cents loss per share. I do believe, though, that they're probably not going to lose that much money. I think it may be much less than that, and I think the deliveries are going to be actually pretty excellent. This is very, very bullish. It's up $33.20, $33, 2% today alone. If these numbers are good, it's probably going to go to 1750. So I do think that it's still really, really strong for Tesla. I don't expect it to back off all that much. It might, but I don't think it's going to back off all that much. Okay, audio codes. Hey, this was one of my suggestions. Basically on I think was it Monday or was it Friday? I can't remember, on audio codes. Hey, it was last week. I'm in this trade, by the way, on audio codes. I have an options trade on this, so it's almost hit. Yeah, it gapped up, and I want to show you this chart. And this is how is really how to do it. Read the chart. When I was basically showing you to get in, as you can see, I was right below that $40 mark. I think my buy was at about 39 something, and that's essentially a cup. Okay, it gapped up today, and and on strong volume, this is headed actually higher off of this base. So, I think this is going to be very good. I think it's going to move even higher. We're a little bit out of the buy range on audio codes, but audio codes has moved very nicely. Thank you for bringing that up. I appreciate it. And I will show that in my recap on my current holdings. So you're going to be able to see that. All right. Hey, Long. Happy Tuesday. Let's look at AB real quick and see if I can give you something on that. Oh, yeah. Okay. AmerisourceBergen. Okay. Let's look at the chart on the Amerisource. Here's the thing. I do like the fact that this trend is upwards. I'm always looking for an upward trend. That's the first thing you look for. I also like the fact that we have an increasing 40-day moving average, and it looks like the 21-day moving average has moved above the 200-day. That's a very bullish sign. We're early in a move here. Okay, so with Amerisource, even though it's, we're early in the move on this one, for this really to show the strength, we want to see the 40 and the 21-day above the 200-day. We've got the 21-day above it. So short term, we have some good short-term buying pressure here, which is nice. Looking at the volume, we had an update yesterday. We have a little bit of a down day today, but we'll see how it closes. It looks like it's probably going to go higher. The only thing I have, my only concern on Amerisource is the volume is down. It's not buyable right yet. It's getting close. It's absolutely getting close. I want to see this thing move up. I want to see the 40-day move above. I want to see the 21. I want to see the 40-day move above the 200-day, and then I'm more in a zone where I want to buy this. I don't want to buy this quite yet. It's not powerful enough. I want to watch this one, but very good. Thank you for bringing this up. This is a very good stock. And let's see how it rates. It's got a composite of 80. That's good. That's an excellent buy signal. Also, we have a good relative strength on this at 76. I'd like to see this higher. I'd like to see them at 80 on that. But overall, good. Watch this one. This is not a buy yet. This is definitely not a buy, but it's definitely a watch list. So let's see. Audio codes. Okay. Should you take the profit? Well, you know what? I think that's not a bad idea. If you've got the option, if you've got that bull call spread on, like I indicated, and you're almost at 45, here's the thing you're going to get if you take the profit now. You're going to put the money in your pocket, and that's always an important thing. Now, if you continue to hold on to it, you're going to get a little bit of the decay, what they call the theta decay. So if you're comfortable with your profit now, I would take it because you're almost maxed out. This is the 80-20 rule. Typically on a spread, if I've achieved 80% of the profit potential, I'm liking to get out and take that money and find something else because I like to recycle my capital. So that's not a bad idea to take your profit now. You're almost maxed out on your spread, but it sounds like it's gone well for you, that trade. So I think that's excellent. T. Okay, this is, of course, everybody's favorite stock in the world. This is Telephone, or AT&T. So let's see how AT&T is doing. Now, I'm not a particular fan of AT&T, and the reason is because it's the most indebted company in the world. I don't know if you know this, but one of the things that keeps the shareholders around is that they have a very good dividend. If they ever reduce their dividend, this stock would be toast. Out of the big carriers, I'm much more interested in Verizon than Telecom. Than AT&T. I think it's a better managed company. Now I want to show you the chart really quickly, and I'm going to show you so that you could see the 21-day moving average. Okay, here's the issue with Telephone, or AT&T. We have a downward trending chart, and I just don't like to buy a downward trending chart. The relative strength is also at 25. That's not very good. That means that this is in the bottom quartile of all stocks being traded. So not quite the thing you want to be, not quite where you want to be in terms of a stock. So I would not recommend the telephone, even though my brother did work there for many years, actually for 10 years. He was a salesman there. He did very well. But he did terribly on the stock. So I can't recommend AT&T on that. So I'm sorry about that. I hope that I'm not offending anyone out there because it's a very widely held stock, but not the stock that you really want to be in. Do you have to buy 100 shares of Qorvo to be in the trade? Thank you. Well, no, actually, you don't. You can do a bull call spread, by the way. And by the way, if you look at my action trade alerts, and I want to show you that I just sent out the action trade alert for today. And let's see if I can, make sure that you're in that. And let's see, I'll put the banner up here so that you can see it. For everybody, basically, that's watching on TikTok, you can sign up for the action trade alerts. Super easy. Just go to my profile, click on the link, and then it will bring you to the subscription page. Just, it's all free. So if you want to see these trade alerts, I typically put them out right before the show or right when I'm making the trade. So, and this is and I estimate the potential profit, how long you should be in, all the good stuff. So hopefully you will be making money along with me with these trades, but you don't need 100 shares of. Now, I typically like to do the trades I like to do is a little bit more conservative trade when I'm going into a position that I want to hold for a long period of time. I think Qorvo is a long-term hold because of the 5G thing, but I'm only going to go in with I'm going to go in basically with 100 shares, and then I'm going to sell a call on it. And then if it performs well, then I will move my position up. Now, if you just want to trade it, I recommend the bull call spread. And the reason I do this is because with the bull call spread, you don't have to, you don't own the underlying stock. You just have you just own the option, and then you have sold another option so that you're protected. You have defined your maximum loss. The problem with buying naked options, and that's what a lot of people do, they'll buy a call, which is a very bullish thing to do. Well, what happens if it doesn't move up high enough? Well, that means typically that it's going to expire on them. So what I like to do is I like to buy the call a little bit lower in the money, a little bit more in the money, and then sell the call, the upper call, for the bull call spread, and that provides the money to do that. A little bit of protection. I am giving away a little bit of the top end profit, but I am protecting myself a little bit more on the downside. So that's the only disadvantage with calls, is that you have to be within a certain range at the expiration, or else it expires worthless and you forfeit your money. That's one of the reasons why with the stocks that I want to own, I typically will buy them, but I will also sell a call option against them, so that if it goes down enough, I keep the money for the call, but I also have the stock so that I can resell the option when it becomes more favorable. Anyway, so let's go to TikTok. A lot of people watching on TikTok today. Thank you so much. Wow, I have neglected you, and that's not a good thing. Okay, the QQQ, but it's not looking strong. What do you think? Yeah. Okay, let's look back at the Qs here. I don't think the Qs are looking that strong. I agree with you. I don't think we're topping out, but I do think we're getting a little bit of resistance. And let me show you the chart on that really quickly here. As you can see, we have a couple, sort of a little bit of handle. This is actually a daily chart, so we can't really totally get it. It's up a little bit today, but it seems like it's having trouble moving higher than this number. So I do think that we are seeing possibly a little bit of pullback in the Nasdaq. It's not happening now because we're in an uptrend. But I think that we're slowing that, so it's a little bit more troubled. It is a little bit more troubled than it was before. So that's a really good call on that. All right, so let's see. Let's see if I can cover some more stocks here. Tesla. Okay. Would you listen to him regarding Tesla? He was okay. Well, thank you for saying that. Thank you. I've watched me over the years. I was buying Tesla, and I'm not trying to, listen, I am not. Stocks are, you have to take the opportunities when they're out there. But I started buying Tesla at 361. Now, you can go back and check my videos. They're all on YouTube. And then why did I do that? I didn't do that because I woke up one day and I said, "Gosh, I can look into the future and everything's hunky dory." No, what I did was there was a right chart pattern. That's what I'm trying to show you here. When the chart pattern appears, that's when I'm a buyer. I don't just say, "Well, I think Elon Musk is a great guy and the company is great." Believe me, I don't, because I don't know Elon Musk from Adam. I don't know him. I don't know anybody that works at Tesla. I don't have any inside information, but I do know when I see a chart pattern that's excellent, I'm typically in. And so that's what I'm doing. I'm trying to show these chart patterns to you so that you can benefit from some of the luck and some of the good things that have happened to me by seeing chart patterns. What I'm trying to do is look for the chart patterns when they're good, then craft a trade, send it out on the action trade alerts so that everyone can benefit. Because that's what happened to me early in my trading career. I was fortunate enough to learn from somebody who taught me how to read chart patterns. And this is in the early days of the IBD, and I totally recommend the IBD. Now, I don't get any money from talking about the IBD. I wish I did, because it's a great service. But if you want to learn more about what I'm doing and kind of, what I'm doing, go get the book, How to Make Money in Stocks, A Winning System, Good Times or Bad, by William O'Neill. You can get it at Half Price Books. Don't pay any more than $10 for it. Read through it. Believe me, it could change your life. You could take this book and read it and learn what is in it, and it is like a job. I have literally quit my career to trade stocks full-time because of what I learned with this book. So just wanted to, it was a shameless plug, but I just think it's excellent place to go. So let's take another question. Thoughts on silver doing really well over the last few days. Okay, here's my take on silver, and this is purely based on sort of anecdotal evidence. And I'm gonna probably shock a lot of people when I say this. The problem in the world economy today is not inflation. Typically, we buy gold and silver when we are expecting inflation. Now, what is inflation? Inflation are too few goods chasing too few goods chasing too many customers. That's not the problem in the world today. The problem in the world today, we have too many goods in the world today chasing too few customers that can pay. That's why China is getting so exercised about what's happening. They're going to lose their market. They're going to lose their number one market in the world, and they can't replace it right overnight because there's not enough production in China. So we have what we call deflation going on. And why do I know that? Well, because in deflation, interest rates tend to go low, and right now they're negative. So we have a deflationary economy. Now, a lot of people are getting freaked out and they're buying gold and silver, which is okay. But the gold and silver, physical gold and silver, is not, I know this sounds strange to you, it's not a good investment. But the companies that make gold and silver, i.e. the mines, are good investments because everyone else is buying this. So I want to show you the chart of Kirkland Lake Gold, which I do think is an excellent company, and it's relatively, and I've talked about this company a number of times, but I want to show you again. This is the marked up chart for Kirkland Lake Gold. As you can see, there's a cup with handle, and then it moves into another cup, and we're going to see a cup. Now you can already to see it move higher. Basically, if you want to be involved, there is a buy point of 44.33 on this stock. Now it's currently trading at 48.48, which is a little bit too high to buy it. It's a little bit over. It's a little bit over its buy point. Remember, you want to go buy point plus 5%, and that gives you the buy range. We're out of the buy range right now on this. But if you want to be in gold and silver, this is where I recommend being, not in the physical gold and silver. I know that everybody on the radio is advertising, the world is coming to end, buy gold coins and stuff them in your mattress. But I tell you, that is not a good idea in a deflationary economy. So my take on it. But KL, which is a Canadian company, by the way, it's excellent. They have mines both in Canada as well as in Australia, and they're very, very well run. And so I think it's I think it's a great company. If you want to be in the precious metals, I wouldn't be in the physical metals, but the mining of it is different because a lot of people are freaking out. And because they're freaking out, they're wanting to buy gold and silver. And KL is an excellent play in that arena. So, what do you think about ARKK ETF? Okay, well that's interesting. Here's the thing about ETFs. ETFs trade a little bit differently than stocks, and so there's a little bit different strategy that you use in ETFs. When you're buying stocks, you tend to buy on strength, and then you buy high and then you buy higher. With ETFs, they're a little bit differently. You can actually income average on ETFs. I don't recommend it on stocks though, but on ETFs you can. Now this is the ARK Innovation. Okay, so this is going to hold Tesla. This is an interesting way to hold Tesla. This is a very good ETF. They have an excellent chart. Let me show you the chart on this one. This company is a large holder of Tesla stock. So this is a kind of a good way to play Tesla. It's down a little bit today, but overall it's got a very good chart. I mean, this is a very good chart. This is the daily chart. Let's look at the weekly chart just to make sure here. Yeah, this is a good chart. This is a very, very good chart. Yeah, I think you've got a winner here, Jürgen. I think this is a very good idea. ARKK. It primarily is in alternative energy investments. It's a very big holder of Tesla stock. I happen to know that, and it's done very, very, very well. So thank you for bringing that up. That's a great suggestion for everybody. And again, if you want to do more research on that, it's ARKK is the symbol for that ETF. Okay, so what is your pick for a good growth stock right now? Well, I have several. I think Corvo is excellent right now. I also think once PayPal gets back into the right buying range, I think PayPal is excellent. I'm going to show you this chart on PayPal right now. PYPL. The reason I think PayPal is so good is because of the fact that so many people cannot really afford to go to a regular bank. And PayPal is sort of like a bank, but it's an internet bank. And that's what I like about it so much. I just think it's really great for a lot of people. I've had a PayPal account for 20 years. I still think the stock is excellent. It's not quite at the buy point. It just came off of a it's a little bit extended off of that, as you can see. The last entry point was 147.30. So I think it's not, you don't want to buy this right away, but this is setting up. This has got a nice setup and it looking like it may run higher. So wait until there's a basing pattern. Believe me, I will alert you on PayPal because I'm always watching PayPal. I'm out of PayPal currently. I sold out of it about 2 weeks ago when it basically made this move, and I was out of it. By the way, I know this sounds strange, but I typically like to sell into strength, and that is odd for a lot of people. But one of the ways that you can guarantee your profit is to sell into strength, and I am sold out of PayPal. I'm waiting for a base. Once there's a base, I will buy it again, and then as it moves higher, because it's running out of a nice base pattern, I will be selling it. So that gives you kind of an idea. But that's a really growth. So I think that you can't go wrong with PayPal. I just wouldn't buy it right at this moment. It's not ready yet. Thoughts on Microsoft? Microsoft is about 3 years ago. This is the stock that let me quit my job. I was trading Microsoft at lunchtime as a financial analyst. And I was making more money trading Microsoft than I was actually at my job. And I was at a pretty good job. I was a financial analyst for an oil company here in Dallas. And this is just a tremendous stock. Now, I've been trading this for about 3 years. I'm not currently in it. It's up strongly today. Look at that, $8.66. It reported a good number. This is the ultimate safe harbor. Let me just show you the chart on this one. I can't say anything really bad about PayPal. Now, I want to show you something very, very, very important. And this is why when I make my stock calls, I try to show people what I'm talking about. Now, in the beginning of June, in the late March, when we had a drawdown, the, Microsoft stock dropped below the 200-day moving average. That was the start of a cup. Then there was a handle formation. The buy point was 180. Now, if you listen to my shows, I put out an alert on Microsoft at 180. I was a buyer at 180 on Microsoft. Now I sold at about 207. It's going to go higher, but I think there's going to be another pattern that's going to develop here on Microsoft. I think you want to wait maybe a day or two. This is hard to say because I think this may just be gapping up, but I think it's going to form another cup handle. And I do think Microsoft is going higher, if you can believe it. So this is a tough one because they have just announced, and I think the number was really good. I haven't looked at it. We're just announcing. I think the number was really good, and my guess is that if they announced a good number and it's gapping up, you might want to buy it tomorrow on open. It's a little bit of a risk. It might pull back a little bit, but I think you're going to be probably pretty safe if they reported a good number. I haven't looked at the number, to be honest, for Microsoft yet. So I'm going to take a look at the Tesla chart just really quick because I think, they have announced and it looks good for Tesla. Okay, so let me show you the chart on Tesla. Okay, I'm going to be sold out of Tesla because I had a 1460 call on Friday. Look at that. It's up $99. After hours, it pulled back a little bit. Yeah, it pulled back a little bit to 1593. Yeah, I think we're going to see Tesla move. I think it's going to adjust a little bit here about the $1,500 level, and I think it's probably going to pull higher. But it looks like it is adjusting a tad. It's down 8. So I have a 1460 call on this. I'm probably going to get called out. It's dropping a little bit. We'll see how much it drops before the morning. By the way, if this thing drops and it drops down to about 1450, I think you might want to be in this at 1450 because I do believe it's going to adjust and then go higher. But I just wanted to take a quick gander because I've gotten a lot of questions on Tesla. I just want to take a look at it. Okay, that's growth stock. Hey man, thanks. I have Microsoft and should hold over earnings. You know what? I think you should. If you've got Microsoft now, it looks like it's going to get strong. I'm looking at the after hours number on Microsoft, and I think you should hold through earnings on Microsoft. I don't usually say that, by the way. I'm usually a sell before the news kind of thing. But it's up $9. It's 2 until obviously it's going to report well. I think that's what it's looking like to me. Anyways, on Microsoft. So cool. I'm glad you make some money on Microsoft. I think that's killer. Blink is growing no matter who wins. Yeah, I think it is too. And that's by this way. It's one of my fun holdings. For all of you out there, there's a little company out there called Blink Charging. And what Blink does is that they provide electric charging stations for it's up today $5, so it's doing okay. The volume's up too. Let me show you this one, and this is a sympathy trade to Tesla, by the way. I've been in this one since about $6 on this one. I had an option that expired, but it looks like it's doing okay. It's a little bit off in the after hours, 688. It's coming down, but this is kind of a fun trade that you can, for just a couple $100 you can buy 100 shares of this. This may have some legs as well. And this was one of my picks for my 10 under 10. And I'm gonna hopefully flesh that out. And by the way, everybody, if on one of my features, I'm kind of short staffed, so I'm trying to get it all out, but I'm going to probably be doing a portfolio of small stocks, which are under $10. Now, normally I don't recommend buying stocks under $10. I think it's fairly risky. But with this, you can definitely do it, and because I'm going to try to get the strong ones in there. And again, that's available on my mailing list, DallasTradingFloor.com. And if you're watching me on TikTok and you can't see the actual screen, go to my profile, hit the link. It'll take you right to the sign up page. And it's free, by the way. So hopefully you will do that. I hope to hear more from you. Okay, so Microsoft, okay. PFE is going, okay, excellent. Plug, okay. I am not in Plug right now. That's kind of a small one. I'm going to come back to that though, because I think that's interesting, because I think we're going to get a lot of sympathy plays on the electric vehicles anyway they go. Okay, Jim, what about Disney? You're not going to like me telling you what I think about Disney. I think Disney maybe is a classic short, and here's why. I think that they're doing great with their, with their other businesses, but I want to show you this chart because I want to show you this chart because I think it's very important that you see this. This is why I don't think if you're in Disney and you might not want to stay in Disney, and here's why. Let me show you this chart. Okay, the problem with Disney is it is trending lower. Now, it's true it's come up here and maybe coming up here a little bit, but you see this 200-day moving average? It's pointing downwards. And because that means so the long-term trend of Disney is down. Now, it is true that the 21-day moving average has moved above the 40-day moving average, and that's very good. But the long-term trend is downward. So I would be possibly looking to exit Disney right now. I don't think long-term it's going to be a winner, even though it's up today. So that's my take on it. If you do have some profits in Disney, you might want to consider that as well. So thoughts on Microsoft? Well, I can't say enough good about Microsoft. I think it's a super stock. I do think they're going to have, they're just rock solid on their earnings. Unfortunately, we're a little bit past the buy point on that. I want to show that to you again. The last buy point here was there was a 180 buy point, and then there's a 187 alternate entry. So we're pretty far beyond that. If you're not in Microsoft right now, wait until we get a formation. And if we get a formation, believe me, I will be telling you about it. If we get another basing formation and a buy point, then I think you want to mostly go in on Microsoft. It's down a little bit after hours. As you can see, it's moving right at this 21-day moving average line here. So I still really like Microsoft. I haven't heard what the report was on it yet, so I don't know what it is on it yet. So that's my deal. Okay. ONEM. Interesting. Thanks, June. Thanks as always. ONEM. So let's look at ONEM and see. Okay. Not a bad chart. This is One Life Healthcare. It's a little bit weak in terms of its fundamentals. So I'm just going to go here and take a look at it. See if I can see it. ONEM. Okay, let me pull that chart up here really quick here. There we go. This chart it's acceptable, but I wouldn't be buying this chart. Humana is the number one in the space. The composite rate is only 54. I typically like to buy at least 80 composite. This is not quite there. This is maybe a watch list stock, but I wouldn't. I don't think this is the one I don't think this is one you want to be in. I really don't. I think it's an okay stock, but why buy okay when you can buy fabulous? So that's what I'm saying here. Okay, what do you think about AU? Hey, thanks, Long. Appreciate it. I always love your comments. Really great. AU. This is, I think, Anglo-American. It's Anglo-American. Anglo-Shante. Okay. Yeah, they're doing well. Now, this is an interesting one because this is a very strong company, even though they're in South Africa. And I say that because South Africa has some serious issues regarding its currency. But the one great thing about South Africa is that it has the most undervalued currency in the world for a major economy is in South Africa. And that number looks super duper great. Let me see if I can get a marked up chart for this. I think this is excellent. By the way, it's good. You don't want to hold the physical gold, but gold mining in this environment, I think that is a good idea. So Anglo American is excellent. So I'm going to look at AU, and we're going to pull that up. See if I have a notated chart. I don't think I do. Let's see if I go weekly. Yeah, I don't have a notated chart, but let me show you a different chart view here, kind of give you an idea. Okay, it's moved above the 40-day moving average. That's excellent. This isn't really. It looks like it had a. It looks like it. Let's see if it had a 3-week tight. Let's look see if it did. Not quite a 3-week tight, but it's above the 21-day moving average. This is not bad. I'd like to see it. I want to see it settle here a little bit. I'd like to see it settle down a little bit, but I think this is definitely a watch list. This is a very strong stock, and this could go much higher if the price of gold goes beyond 1880. Currently, I believe that there is a pivot on the price of gold, and it's about 1880. So I think this could be very, very good. I'm going to put this actually on my watch list because this is a good chart, and it hasn't formed the correct base. I won't buy it right now because it's not in the right basing pattern, but when it comes into the right basing pattern, I probably will be a buyer. But this is a watch list for me, and this is very good stock, by the way. Thank you so much. All right, so okay, that's AU. TSEM, is that right? PSEM. I don't know what that stock is. Let me check on that one. Hopefully, I've got. I've had a little bit of. There we go. Had a little bit of technical issues. Seems like our bandwidth is kind of going in and out here, so I apologize for that. TSEM. So let me see if I can pull that one up. Let's see if I have a weekly chart on it. This is okay. This is not the greatest chart. I don't like the trend on this. Let me show you why I don't like this chart. And just for real quickly, if you'll notice the 21-day moving average, it's moved up a bit, but but it does have a downward trend. So, and it does seem like it's gaining strength. There is strength here. I don't want to be in the stock. It's not powerful enough for me. It only has a composite rating of 57. I like to see at least an 80 before I consider it. But and I don't even think this is necessarily really a watch list, but it does have this nice upward trend, 1.17. It is in the semiconductor area, which I think is good. I think what you want to look at, if you're looking at semis, I think you want to look at something that's a little bit stronger than this. I would look at potentially going into some, if you want a low price semi, I think that there are better ones out there. I would look, even though it's a little bit more expensive, at TSM, and I'm going to show you the chart on that one really quickly here. Now, that's Taiwan Semiconductor Manufacturing, which, by the way, makes chips for just about everybody else. It's fabulous. TSM. This is one I think that this is a much more expensive stock, but it's much better stock, and I want to show it to you now. And that is Taiwan Semiconductor Manufacturing, TSM. This is a 96 composite rating out of 99, so it's just about as good as you can get. It's at the very top of the ratings in terms of everything. Instead of Tower Semiconductor, I think you want TSM. I think it might work better for you, but let me just give you another view on TSM. And by the way, this is a very good time to be looking to buy the semiconductors. We're in a semiconductor super cycle right now, and the semiconductor is moving to a new generation of chips, and it's going to be very, very bullish. So it's a great space to look. Now, if you notice, TSM is number one in its group. This is a very important thing. And I want to show you how this stacks up in the semiconductor sector, because I think it is important to know how somebody is ranked, because I think, to the victor goes the spoils. That's the thing about buying stocks. You want to try to buy the leaders. So here we go. Let me show you the ranking. So 96 composite. The only company that's higher is IMOS. This is a Taiwanese company as well. It's excellent. Taiwan Semiconductor Manufacturing. It's second, and it's above Intel, which is the gold standard. Now, the one that I had the call on, the bull call spread today, part of my action alerts was on Corvo. This one's moving up as well. I want to buy, if I'm buying anything, I want to buy it in the top. I want to buy it in the best group I can, and I want to buy it at the, moving up the tree here. If I were looking to buy a stock right now in the semiconductor area, and by the way, I did buy Corvo, so I'm in Corvo. If I would be looking at Taiwan Semiconductor Manufacturing, TSM, as opposed to Tower. Not that necessarily Tower is bad, but you can buy a better stock than Tower. All right. Have we covered Tesla? Yeah, I've talked a little bit about Tesla. If I could shelve that for just a minute, because I want to get to a few more things, but I'll definitely get back to Tesla. I don't know how they reported. It does look like they may be off a little bit. Let me just for grins here, let me see how we are looking with Tesla. TSLA. I have not been privy to the earnings call. Okay, it looks like it's up. Okay, after hours, it's up. Yeah, it was a good earnings. It was a good earnings. So let's look at it. Yeah, it's the gift that just keeps on giving. I tell you, look at that. It's moving. Look at this thing. It's just zooming up there. It's after hours at 1650. It's just moving higher. It's going to go into the S&P 500. By the way, I'm going to get called out tomorrow on this. I will probably be back in on Monday on this stock again. I may bet the farm on this one. It looks like it had a very good number. Yeah. If you're not in Tesla, consider possibly getting in. I think you're going to do well in Tesla. Oh, goodness gracious. Okay, yeah, thanks for that. Yeah, I think Tesla is going to be huge. Yeah, is 430. Okay, is it already 430? Okay, I don't know. I have to see what it's going to be. I think it's going to be very good. Okay, this is an interesting question. Any reason why Microsoft often are dropping? They haven't reported earnings. Okay, here's why I believe Microsoft is dropping, because they haven't done their earnings yet. And the reason is because it's a classic buy on rumor, sell on news. A lot of people are in this with options, and they're gonna take the profits off the table. I don't think there's anything wrong with Microsoft. We'll see what how they report, but I'm guessing, at least from when I've done my research, they're going to have a very good quarter once again. But Microsoft is headed down. Okay, well, it might be. So let me look at Microsoft. So they might have had a bad report. I don't know. I haven't seen it yet. MSFT. I'm currently not in Microsoft. Okay, let's hit the after hours. Yeah, it's off. It's off significantly on the after hours. This is one of the reasons you don't want to buy a stock extended. What I was saying about extended stocks, this is why you want to buy them from a solid base. And, it's going to move right down to it looks like it's going to move right back down approximately to the line. It's going to definitely move down to the line. So, yeah, this is one of the reasons you don't want to buy a stock too extended, is because of the snapback that you can have sometimes at earnings. So anyways, okay. Oh, Microsoft just dropped hard. Okay. Sorry about that. I didn't realize it. Okay. So I guess it's dropping hard. Interesting. I wasn't in it. So it looks like Tesla's the winner and Microsoft not so much. That's too bad. But this may be a buying opportunity for Microsoft. The last formation for Microsoft to buy was 180, and we're way extended beyond that. There was an alternative buy point at a 185, but that's the reason it's very risky to buy when there's not a base. Yeah. Okay, it's saying up 3. What are you? Oh, that's so weird. It's after hours down $5.75. Yeah. Okay. Well, thank you, Lung. I appreciate that. I'm glad I wasn't in it. Just so I can, just so you can keep me honest here. Let me show you my current holdings as of today, and I will show you that in just a second. Okay, here we go. Here are my holdings as they stand now, as of today. I did move into Corvo today, as you can see, QRVO. And I was in it at about 117, so I'm up a little bit, about 177. Not so bad. Limited volume here. Audio codes, I've done very well with this. This is a bull call spread that I have on this one. I don't actually own the underlying stock. I own the underlying stock for Tesla, Blink Charging, Teladoc, and Netflix. Now, Netflix is down significantly, but, again, I've been in and out of Netflix. I was in at the pivot on Netflix, 459. So I'm going to probably just sell another call option and wait and see what happens on that. Okay, so great. Let's see. Blew past Wall Street estimates. Yes, sirree. Yes, sirree. They beat as well. Okay, crazy how they dropped. Well, yeah, this is how it works. I mean, Wall Street. Here's the thing about Wall Street. Don't believe everything you listen to on CNBC, because a lot of these gumbas are basically not in the know. They don't know the industries that well. They just, they don't know that well. I mean, yes, they do, but a lot of them don't know it that well. Microsoft is an absolute quality company, and I'm not surprised. They've got excellent leadership there. So just a kind of a good deal. Hey, thank you so much for the like. By the way, if you could do me a favor, I need subscribers on YouTube. If you could go to the YouTube channel. Oh, you're on YouTube. If you could subscribe to me on YouTube and like me on YouTube, I would very much appreciate that. That would be wonderful if you could do that on YouTube. So thank you for coming in on YouTube for that. I appreciate that so much. All right, Tesla hasn't reported yet. It did on Yahoo Finance. Okay, so let's see if we can find out what's happening with Tesla. Let me see if I can go over to Yahoo Finance and pull that up so everyone can see it. So let me go there real quick to Yahoo Finance. Oops. I spelled it right, wouldn't it? And we're going to see Tesla. Oh yeah. Okay. Let's see. This is. I'm pulling up Yahoo Finance, by the way, for everyone. And this is Yahoo Finance. Anyone can go to just finance.yahoo.com to see this. Yeah, look at that. Look at that after hours. Up 80. Wow. It's up 5% after hours. Unfreaking believable. They must have had a very, very good report. Oh, and by the way, everybody, and I just want to show you this. Don't totally depend on sites like this. They say Tesla is overvalued. Don't believe them. I don't think it is. I think it's very, very well valued, by the way. And this is nice, short, long, and mid. They've got it going up. Boy, it really did well. They must have had a great report. I'm gonna hopefully do more on this maybe tomorrow, and see if going forward from here what we can do to benefit if we have an up on Tesla. I want to see if I can come up with some decent trades where you don't have to buy 100 shares of it like I did. And make some money on this. So I'm going to see if I can put that together for you for tomorrow. Well, thank you everyone so much for watching. I didn't get to everybody's questions. I apologize for that. I try to get to everybody on this. Here's the thing: if there's a question that you need answered and I didn't get to you online today, you can. I have a website. By the way, I'm improving this website too. It's not the greatest. Dallas Trading Floor, and then just say ask a question. If you just punch on that button and type it in, I'll try to get to you online, and then hopefully maybe even use it for the show. But if you have any particular questions, I didn't get to everyone today. I'm so sorry for that. But it's been a tremendous day, I guess, with Tesla, and very exciting times. So everybody, I'm almost in an hour here, and that's sort of my allotted time. I so appreciate you coming by and taking a look. If you're watching on TikTok, just go to my profile, hit on the link, and type in to subscribe to my free trade alerts. Everything's free. And if you can, I'd appreciate it if you go over to YouTube. All my shows are archived there. It's youtube.com/Dallas Trading Floor. And then if you want to sign up for the trade alerts, there, just dallastradingfloor.com, and then sign up for the free trade alerts. Thank you so much for everyone for watching. I'll be back tomorrow at 2:30, and hopefully we will make some more profitable trades. Thanks so much. And thank you.